As we stand by for the Indian Air Force's first formal statement beyond their confirmation that this was a fatal accident, we've got all of the angles so far. Remember, this was at the Dubai Airshow, and that's the reason why there are multiple videos that have come in, and we've distilled all of them. This is, of course, the main video that investigators are going to be looking at, because this is the closest clip that captures the actual point of impact and the crucial last few seconds of that aircraft following the negative G-turn and then crashing into the ground. Now, this is a second video, which was actually one of the early videos that came out quite far from the crash site, where you can see panic exploding across the Dubai Airshow right after that aircraft had impacted the ground. And finally, this picture is the crash site itself. I'm awaiting pictures. I've spoken to someone at the Dubai Airshow. Videography of this site is not happening just yet, but we are expecting some pictures very soon that will establish the crash area, which is actually a wide space. Remember, the aircraft, as you can see, I'm going to ask our camera friends to follow me towards this picture. If you look at the aircraft didn't just have downward motion, but had a high degree of forward motion after its wings became level as well, and therefore there was a huge amount of forward kinetic velocity, and the aircraft practically crashed into the ground and then was dragged for several meters forward, which means that the crash site isn't one contained space but a large space, and that's what is captured in this picture of the crash site itself. Which means that the mangled remains of the aircraft are likely spread over a large area. I'm imagining at least 50 to 100 meters, if not more, which makes recovery of every part a little bit more difficult. The important thing to note is, since this was a small aircraft that has crashed, it will be relatively simple, elementary, to recover the digital forensic box, the cockpit voice recorder, the black box of the aircraft itself very quickly, so that the investigation can start. Remember, apart from what is in the aircraft, apart from forensics on board the aircraft itself, the recordings from the air traffic control, any other radio telemetry, etc., all of that information will also be part of the investigation dossier to look at the final moments of the Tejas aircraft. There are other videos, amateur videos taken from the air show itself, which have captured not just the last few seconds before the crash, Vishnu, but also the entire routine of the Tejas. There are high-definition videos taken by proficient aviation photographers that have captured the entire flight display of the Tejas before it crashed. I am told that the aircraft was in the air for a good 11 minutes before it actually impacted the ground, which means in moments from now, in minutes from now perhaps, there should be longer, high-definition videos that will bear out precisely what you were talking about when you, with those pictures, told our viewers about the negative G-turn and then that tiny bit of time that the pilot didn't have to actually recover, and that's the reason why this Tejas has gone down. We're awaiting more visuals, which will arrive in just a minute from now.